The trend is your friend until the end when it bends. Marty Zweig. My friends, that is the trend line. And we follow that trend line either up or down, and it is our friend until it bends. And when will this one bend? I don't know. We've reached a higher high this week. We can see we have a doji on the 2-day candle. And of course, I'm starting, with the S&P 500 because stocks are down a little bit for the day, along with Bitcoin, gold, and 20-year U.S. government bonds are up. But as we look at the S&P, we're already almost up to average volume for the week. And we have that 2-day chart representing Wednesday and Thursday is already closed, and it is above average volume. It opened lower than the prior close. But as we look at, we see a doji there, which means indecision. We can see the sideways slide over the last few days on the half-day chart. Little pullback at the end of the day, 0.38%, but lots of volume. So we are keeping our eye on the prize. Our directional probability's fallen off just a little bit, but we are still pretty decently strong in the directional probability for continued upward movement on the S&P. Backtest accuracy also fell off a little bit, but we are still bullish when it comes to the S&P. And again, how long will this go? We shall see. Look at the NASDAQ 100. It has reached a higher high for the week. We've got a green spinning top, almost a doji there on the 2-day. And you can see where things popped up in the morning, then pulled back some in the afternoon, almost up to average volume on the weekly. We'll probably hit that tomorrow. And again, we continue to be up, that is long, on the NASDAQ 100 also. Not quite as much as the S&P, and the backtest accuracy falling off a little bit today also. But has it not been good to us? Just continual up movement since we had the interim low back on the 7th of April, and things just a-jamming, looking beautiful. Now we go to 20-year U.S. government bonds. They are up a little bit. When I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. We're still bearish on them. But again, I tend to be a little bullish here because of the interim low, the turnaround with the green spinning top and the green week. But we shall see as things continue to come along. There's not enough either way for us to be jumping in because directional probability is so low. But again, we're keeping an eye on things and seeing if they're going to take off. But again, I tend to think they are. They're just going to keep meandering around, probably heading up. We're almost up to average volume for the week. We're over average volume for the 2-day, and you can see where it's just been beautiful kicking up. Saw it was up in the morning, pulling back some in the afternoon with lots of volume. Let's take a look at gold. Gold up 0.66%. And when we look at where we are on gold, we are still bearish on it. We broke, of course, our weekly trend line. Not much of a trend line, but we did break it pretty solidly. We're already up to average volume there. Remember that red means it simply opened this week lower than the prior close. 3 down candles accelerating, getting larger as they go down. You can see we're at average volume there, and you can see where the market really cranked over starting on Wednesday the 23rd in the morning, and of course has just continued down. It is up a little bit for the day, but it is bearish. And lastly, we'll take a look at Bitcoin, just about flat. It ended the day 0.09% down. That is about flat. We're still decently up as far as our directional probability goes. Now we look at the highest of highs we had back on the week beginning the 14th of July, and we haven't reached that over the prior almost full 2 weeks. We're right about average volume here. We can see on the 2-day as things have been sliding along. Now, what does this mean when you see things pop up and slide along? Well, sometimes after those big gains, it sort of digests. And after it digests, it might start cranking up again. Our numbers are showing us that it is tending to do that. So we will continue to keep an eye on Bitcoin and see if it continues to move up after digesting the high of high gains back mid-July. That is where we are as we end the day on Thursday. By the way, Patreon members, we've already fired off to you about an hour or so ago. We try to send that out first. The 5-day ETF trading analysis and execution plan for August 1st. That does include your trade execution summary grid and your analysis that includes the price direction prediction, the best trade entry point, strategic profit exit point, expected price move, backtesting results and the reasons why, the key patterns that we see in the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks and the trade execution instructions. Hope you enjoy it. And we also sent you your weekly vertical crossovers. You want to get that kind of stuff? The weekly vertical crossovers every week, the trading analysis and execution plan every day, then go become a Patreon member at any of the 3 levels. God bless my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.